I appreciate
Welcome,
the long shirt.
welcome to Real Talk Wrestling. This is your host Josh. With me, El Ginger Americano, Miami Clutch PE here on the No Holds Barred Wrestling channel. Work
AKA
in
vacant,
progress.
apparently.
Yeah, work in progress. Bobby and I were discussing like the intro. That's not the music that we're gonna stick with. That's just a fill-in. Because if we're gonna be on a new network, we need to be legit with new entrance music. The music is again still in the process, guys. It's just, and so is the intro. It's just that's a little taste, maybe what's to come. Bobby goes, "How should I do clutch?" I said, "Bro, vacant, like the ultimate number one contender, vacant."
I look great. I want to say I look fantastic.
Listen, tell you what, Josh, I'm more motivated than ever now to go back and watch Raw from 2 weeks ago. And I'm gonna find him sitting in the second row there.
Yes.
I'm gonna get you a screenshot, and then you can put the screenshot there. We'll find it.
We should just put that picture of what we thought Chris saw clutch. Like there's a whole with an
The whole
arrow, right?
diagram with the arrow and the circle. Yep.
And the question mark.
Yeah, and a question mark. Either way, we have a jam-packed show tonight. I have something else I wanted to do, but first, what we're going to cover is Raw, mainly Obafemi, Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, happy birthday, King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, how they're shaping out, the Jey Uso saga, and a bunch more. But first, guys, before I ask you how you're doing, we're playing Guess That Wrestler, where I give you 5 hints, starting, of course, hard to easy, and you have to guess that wrestler. You guys ready?
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Surprise.
Where's this coming from? It's been a while
just
since
made
you've done something like this, where you just
I
just
made a
throw
game
us through a
show.
loop. Made a
I
game
made a
show.
game show.
Did you just think of this morning, or you've been sitting on this all week?
Maybe that, maybe not. Who knows, Chris? The point is, it's here. All right. The point is, it's here. So the name of the game is, you guys just have to guess. If you guys get one guess on each hint, and then the first person that gets it right gets it right. Is there a tally system? No, it's just for fun. It's just like that game where that Drew Carey guy hosts. We're not keeping score.
So whose line
Just
is
for
it
fun.
anyway?
Yeah. All right. So here's the first hint, and these are easy. These aren't like obscure wrestlers yet. These are very mainstream wrestlers. So I'll keep that. All right. These aren't like, I'm not going to give you like Colt Cabana. All right. All right. First hint. This wrestler once shot fireworks at a car full of coworkers as a prank. It's a well-known story. And again, this is very hard question. Very hard hints.
Carfoot. I feel like I've heard this story before as well, and I just can't put a face.
No guesses?
Wait, do I lose something for guessing?
No, there's no losing. There's no points. There's no points.
Fair enough. We'll just assume he's rambunctious from back in the day, Shawn Michaels.
Incorrect.
Damn it. Okay.
Chris, want to take a random guess?
I was thinking in the same neighborhood as that. Older wrestler from the same faction. Let me go Triple H.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Incorrect. It's okay. Second hint. He has a strong fear of needles.
This feels like an 80s, 90s kind of thing. Strong fear of needles. Is this like a kayfabe kind of thing, or are we talking like real?
Real life.
I'm gonna put in my guess. I'll go first this round since he went first last round.
Fair.
I'm gonna just go Hardcore Holly.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Okay. I've heard like travel stories about this guy, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Andre the Giant.
Incorrect.
Damn it. Okay.
And this will put more of a timeline of who it is, because the third one, of course, they get easier as they go. He was originally casted to star in the Marine 2, but was replaced.
Oh, the 2.
The Marine 2.
Wait. I got thrown. Oh. I'm trying to think.
I thought you would get this, Clutch. I think I for sure thought you would get.
The Marines, because my mind is this is not a guess. It went instantly to the Miz, but it's not it because he did the Marine later on. Uh, Ted DiBiase Jr.
Incorrect.
Fuck. Sorry, Bobby.
Go John Cena.
Incorrect. You got two more left, and you're gonna get them pretty soon. He once injured himself in celebration.
Oh, I got it. Wait, hang on. Wait, you go first, Chris, because it's your turn.
If you think you got it, go for it, because I don't have a guess right now.
Well, I know one guy that hurt himself in celebration, but it doesn't line up with the other guesses, which is throwing me off now. Hurt himself in celebration.
So every time I hear
CM Punk?
that,
Is it CM Punk when he dove into the crowd?
Incorrect, but that's a good. Incorrect. That's a good guess. This wrestler is current, by the way. Just to let everyone know. He's current.
Current wrestler hurt himself
I
while
do have a
celebrating.
backup guess.
I'm gonna time you out.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know. Dominic Mysterio. I don't think that's
Incorrect. Right. He is the youngest WWE World Champion ever.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys didn't look at the comments because 640, my homie got it.
Oh.
And then he got it again. So don't look at the comments, guys. We got one more.
No,
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't
Let me
look at the
comments now for sure. Wait, Randy Orton has a fear of needles?
Yeah, that's surprising.
That's why he's told the story. That's why it took him so long to get his sleeves done, apparently, allegedly, because he wanted to delay his tattoos.
I mean, yeah, with all those tattoos, you wouldn't think so.
See, and that's what threw me off because I'm trying to think of when you said a fear of needles, I'm like, it's probably someone that has no tattoos whatsoever. So that's why I was like, all my guesses, I'm like trying to guess people that don't have tattoos or that I can't think of with them. So
he hurt himself celebrating?
Remember when he was doing the and he hurt his fucking shoulder?
Oh, I got you. What I was thinking of was before my other guess was going to be Sami Zayn when he went for his match with Cena and then he threw up his arm and tore his thing. Yeah,
all right. This next guy's also mainstream guy, so no obscure. I will get an obscure ones, if we do this again, which we will. His first ever wrestling name was Jack Action. You'll never get it, but
this is a current guy.
He's current.
Jack Act. Who seems like a Jack Action?
Those indie names, man, they're nothing like what they end up being.
Jack Action. But it does narrow it down to a certain type of guy, I think. I just trying to
AEW wrestlers don't count. That sounds like a speedball Jack Action.
Yeah.
Never.
It's because his picture's right there in front of me. I'll go Chad Gable.
Incorrect.
Okay. I will go. This one is throwing me completely. Jack Action.
Never heard it, so.
How do I not even have a good guess about this? What's his name? I lost his actual name now. Crazy. You know what? Finn Balor.
Incorrect. Okay. This might give it away if you're a WrestleMania buff. His first WrestleMania match ever was WrestleMania 2000 in a triple threat match. In a two falls triple threat match for the IC title and European title.
Ooh.
That gives you a little timeline of when he came into WWE.
I
First
have a guess,
WrestleMania.
but I'm gonna let Clutch go first, and then I have a guess.
First match, WrestleMania 2000. I see.
I knew
Who was
Justin would get it.
probably. Who was around the mid card back then? Action Jack. What's his name? What was the earlier one?
Jack Action.
So it's an older wrestler if he's still active.
And I'm not going to give you guys the names of the other wrestlers, but they were 2 world heavyweight champions, and one they both. I'm not going to say should be in the Hall of Fame, but if they should both be in the Hall of Fame if it was their wrestling careers. So all 3 of the people in this triple threat are all Hall of Famers. If you just talk about strictly wrestling.
Why am I blanking on all the old guys now?
All right, can I throw out a guess?
Sure.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho.
Yes. Chris Jericho's first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 2000, where he faced Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit for the IC title and European title. Chris Jericho won the European title. Jack
Action, huh?
Mm-hmm. And that's why I laughed so hard about AEW wrestlers don't count. I thought he got it there. My other hints were in 2012 he almost died in Brazil for kicking a Brazilian flag and was suspended by WWE.
No, that would have been a harder question.
Yeah, you could have started
really?
with that.
Really?
No,
that's like very known.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, that's a very known story. I thought that was an easy one. In 2019, I had my championship stolen from me in real life while I was at a Longhorn Steakhouse.
Oh, I do know that one. I would have got that one.
And I beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same fucking night.
Yeah.
To be the first world heavyweight or undisputed champion. That was fun. See, Chris? Have fun a little bit. Live, right? That was a lot of fun. How'd you get the Jericho
one? That made
me
feel so bad because I thought I was good at trivia.
Because you said WrestleMania 2000. I knew Jericho was coming in around that time, and I know that you love Chris Jericho. So I figured, you know what?
When you said current wrestlers, I just completely tossed every outside promotion out of my head, and I was thinking WWE. And when you said AEW wrestlers don't count, it's because I wasn't looking in the chat, and I thought you were actually saying that.
Oh no. DSG said that. I'm like, oh damn, he already knew it was Jericho by Jack Action. That's hilarious. But yeah, that was fun. You know what wasn't fun? And I'm not going to get into it. We'll get it out of the way now. I'm doing the AEW rundown tomorrow. Going to get my plug out there tomorrow around lunchtime because guess what, guys? I'm 39 minutes into Dynamite. I don't know how I'm going to get through the next hour and 20 minutes without just, I don't know what I'll do. It's been a bad show so far. So if you want to watch me talk about Dynamite, go ahead. Tomorrow at noon here on the No Holds Barred Wrestling channel. You know what was fun? The crowd over there on Raw.
Oh,
night and freaking day. If you watch an AEW show, it looks like you're at a funeral. If you're at a Raw, you're at a party. It's just night and freaking day, man. I'm not even kidding.
No, it's not a WWE AEW thing. It's a US versus anywhere else thing.
No, you're not understanding though. Even when they're in the States, Oba, ooh, like that, they're doing that still. AEW is crickets. When they sung Judas, when I was just watching it, it sounded like they were at level 1. Judas in my mind. Like it was so embarrassing.
That's been going on since what, 2020? They need something different now.
Well, hold on. I watched Raw and Dynamite today. So literally almost back to back. It's almost unfair to do, especially this over the sea show. It really is. But man, Oba came out first and that place erupted. Is he the most over wrestler current day?
Yeah. I would say so right now.
I think he is. And he keeps on talking about Brock Lesnar.
Wait, that loss did not hurt him at all.
No, it made him stronger.
Yeah.
For some reason. And he was talking about Brock 1-1. Where you at? I'm still here. Where are you at? Yada, yada, yada. Dom comes out. Hey, man, you need to focus on me, which is true. You need to focus on me, King of the Ring. I'm your opponent, not Brock. comes and talks all this spit to him, looks like a man, and all up until he says fear respect the stash. Like I hated that line. But he's a heel. I get it. JD McDonough hits this dude in the back while Dom's distracting him. And I knew, we all knew, no movement, kill JD McDonough, kill Dom. Is this going to be like a 30-second squash match clutch next week?
I'm thinking about it because I can't, after the way it shook out, I don't know if I see Oba winning King of the Ring, and I think they're going to cost his match early on. And that's what makes me think maybe as soon as the match with Dom, and maybe Dom goes to the finals of King of the Ring. That's what, yeah. And because I think the other side has my prediction for it, which I'll spoil it. I think maybe LA Knight. So yeah.
LA Knight and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. That big match. Is that the big match?
I mean, I'd rather see that than Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes.
Well, if that happens, and because Roman Reigns already has built-in competitors. He has Seth Rollins, who has a gripe with him. He has LA Knight, who already has a gripe with him. He's got a bunch of them. Yeah. Cody really doesn't. Unless he does, and I'm wrong, if SmackDown's a drag, and I don't think anyone should watch that show. No, I will never do a SmackDown rundown. I'm not that self-hatred. I don't mind Jey Uso winning the King of the Ring. I don't mind that. I think it'd be a good story. Chris, you're shaking your head?
No, I don't want. Like you said, I don't want to do Jey Uso versus Cody. I want to do something different.
LA Knight has been feuding with the Bloodline. It feels like in Roman forever, literally forever. So like that's the same thing over and over as well. And the way it's shaping out, Javon Evans is advanced, Obafemi, Dominic Mysterio, and we assume it's going to be LA Knight, Uso, Royce Keys, or Finn Balor. We're assuming it's LA Knight, but you know how they like to do things. Heel versus face, heel versus face. Javon Evans is a baby face, and he's at the top of that bracket. A heel's going to win. They're going to do heel versus face. That's just the way WWE does things. So could it be the only heel in there is Jey Uso? That's it.
And he's not even really a heel. Like him, so he still gets that crowd reaction and stuff like that. He even did the whole run it back thing, like for the first time in a bit. That was interesting. So it's a weird dynamic that Jey got going on.
No, it is because, when LA Knight did come out and he did his promo and I'm like, oh God, here's an LA Knight promo. How is he going to mess this one up? Because for some reason he's really good, but he messes everything up when he gets a shot. When LA Knight's finally like, okay, this is our shot. This is him going to the top. He does something to fluff it up, whether it be botching his spot where he jumps on the top rope or not understanding how a ladder match works and taking too much time. We saw that on WWE Unreal. I'm like, oh God. So he actually had a good promo. He didn't mess anything up. And I like this interaction with Jey. But I will say Jey Uso came off to me. I know that I hear Justin in the chat. DSG probably agrees. You guys already said it. He's boring. Yeah. I think this is the most interesting he's been in a long time.
Yeah. The story right now is not Jey and LA Knight. To me, more right now, it's Jey and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's great. So easily, like, there's so many ways the story can go. Like, do they play it the easy way? And are they going to make Jacob Fatu a sympathetic babyface once again? Are they doing the same thing they did with Solo? I don't think it works with him. He needs to be a psycho, a killer. That's his character. So they turned him into that. He goes up against Roman. They cheer Roman anyway. He has to bend the knee. They cheer it when he bent the knee, which that's not the reaction you wanted as, a company. They just cheer everybody. They cheer the hell out of LA Knight. Jey Uso comes out. It's a circus. It's just they want to be part of the show. Oh, this is the time for the Lions. Oh, now they're doing the tightrope. Everyone's just there for the show. There's no real Except for like Dom, they boo Dom, but they want to do that because it's funny. It's part of the show. I don't think WWE has baby faces or heels anymore, man. Like, I don't get it.
I mean, yeah, it
I
was
like it though.
especially like this past week, especially because it was in Paris. Paris just likes to cheer everything. So
I mean, because they don't get it often. I don't blame them. All WWE is boring right now, Bubba Dudley. Listen, I will say this, and I know this is not the AEW rundown, but the first 39 minutes of Raw kicked the fuck, out of the first 39 minutes of Dynamite, dude. I had to watch like a 20-minute match of Jon Moxley versus Shane Taylor. Brother. Oh, do you guys know who Shane Taylor is?
I have no idea.
No clue.
Yeah.
Did he walk through the forbidden door?
No, he's on.
He's
Collision.
a regular. Yeah,
from ROH.
The ROH forbidden door.
ROH. No, for real. They said he was from ROH, and he's a heavy hitter. And Jon Moxley better watch out. Jon Moxley went toe to toe with Ospreay and all these stars, but he can't beat some jobber from ROH in 20 minutes. So ridiculous. Anyway, back to WWE nonsense. You're right, Clutch. The story is between Jay and Jacob Fatu. I wonder how it's going to go down. I still think at the end of the day, Jay's taking Jacob and Jimmy, and they're going to leave Roman in the dust. It's the only way this could work. I don't know any other way that it could work. Because if you turn Jacob babyface again, we're in the same situation. All gas, no brakes. Nobody wanted that. Nobody. This is way better. Well, if he's a monster heel. Am I wrong?
I'd much rather see Jacob Fatu as a heel. It fits him a lot better.
It does.
See, this is where my being chronically online pays off a little bit, because I saw that there's some interest from WWE of signing Umaga's son, Zilla, and they were, from the little I did see of Jacob when I was like researching who he was and everything, they were like terrorizing the indies together and as like this like badass group of heels, and maybe that goes on to something, and maybe we're headed towards another Bloodline Civil War Games match, and I don't know.
This goes back into the initial comment from Chris. We already saw that. Same thing. So I mean, listen. I love the blood. I'm not sick of the Bloodline. I'm not. I think Jay's the one keeping it interesting to me. I like his new attitude. I like that they're yeeting with him in France, in Italy, and all these places. And he's not like feeding into it, but he definitely did on Raw. And it was okay to see that once in a while. I like this aggressive Jay, but I know a lot of people are sick of Jey Uso. What's going on, Grandmaster Solos? Thank you for joining in. Haven't seen you here much. We're here live every single Thursday at 6:30, talking all kinds of nonsense. See, DSG says, I'm over Bloodline unless Rock comes back. I think Rock showing up would make me disinterested. I don't need it. Because we've already seen him. It's like they don't stay in our lives. They leave us. They go get a pack of cigarettes and milk and never come back. I didn't want to say it without saying it. I was trying to avoid it, but The Rock just leaves us. He's like the abandoned dad that comes around just for like your birthday, and then gives you an envelope, puts it on the counter, and leaves. And you're like, "Fuck, where'd he go?" And then you hug Uncle Phil. See, why doesn't he love me, man?
Just crossing through a few different universes there.
Sure am. But that's how I feel about The Rock.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying though. Because listen, obviously, well noted. I'm a big fan of The Rock, always have been. But I totally get what you're saying. Like, especially after this most recent time, comes in, gets super involved in the story. It elevated it. It made it more interesting, and then he just disappeared. So, like, if he was going to be at least a semi-regular, then it would be entertaining. But for him to show up, and we don't, at this point, when he shows up, we don't know if he's going to see it through or not. So it's hard to get excited for it.
It is. and Grandmaster is like letting us all know Rock is supposed to be at Mania versus Roman and Saudi. I'll believe it when I see it, and I will also say this: I don't need to see it, only because if it happens, don't get me wrong, I'll be interested. I'll be watching it, but at this point, it's the time. It's past. You know, like when things pass, when your window's closed. Like if you're a sports fan, your team is so good, and they just can't get over the hump, and then the players just get older and retire, and it's like the window is passed. Kind of like the 49ers in real life. Like they were so close so long, and all these players are getting older and older and older. They don't have a window anymore. That's kind of like this Rock Roman thing to me. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Before we get into Chad Gable, because that's I know that's the topic that Clutch wants to get into. The Queen of the Ring. We'll get into that. We have Liv Morgan advancing on her birthday. Again, a massive heel, being the most over woman wrestler on the card. Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez, and the winner of Sol Ruca, Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair, and Jade Cargill. There's no other finish besides Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. There's no other. That has to be it.
No.
It's the only way I can see this going. So we got to think a babyface is going to win on that bottom bracket. So it's either going to be Valkyria or Sol Ruca or Charlotte.
Charlotte, I'm about to say she's kind of face now.
Yeah, but I couldn't see Charlotte want to put over Liv Morgan. I still see Charlotte as that massive ego person that doesn't want to do jobs. She may have changed. I don't know. I don't watch SmackDown.
But like who takes the pin in that match? And who gets the win? Because like if you have Sol Ruca win, she's a champion right now, so she's going to go on and lose in the next round. You know,
I have thoughts. Clutch, I'm going to let you talk before I get into Liv Morgan and why I think she needs to win this tournament. But what are your thoughts, Clutch?
Well, I think you're right. It's headed towards I think it has to be headed towards Liv and Raquel. It has to mean something that she's in this tournament to get like a little bit of commotion going within the Judgment Day. Everything's too clean over there right now. They're showing Roxanne now being a little cautious, and maybe she gets into Raquel's head. It's like, hey, you should win this match, and Liv can expect, hey, like you should let me win because I'm Liv or whatever crap like that. And I think that's where it's gonna be headed for the last Fatal 4-Way. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen there. I think Lyra probably takes the pin, or because I feel like just Jade and Charlotte are gonna take each other out, and then that just leaves Lyra and Soul. She's gonna catch a Soul Snatcher, and that's it.
Yeah, I can easily see that too. And then Liv will beat Lyra. But seriously, listen. I understand Justin's frustration, a lot of people's frustration about Liv Morgan being in the tournament. The fact of the matter is this. I believe it was either on No Holds Barred with Bobby or this show last week. I went down the Raw women's roster. It's pathetic. It has fallen off. Liv has no competition. There's no one out there. Like, yeah, could she have a strong feud with Io? Probably. She probably could. Are they going to put Io in the title hunt again already? I don't think it's time right now. There's no one else on Liv Morgan's level right now, Justin. So the thing for her to do is either feud with Raquel Rodriguez, give her the whole evolution situation where she wins, she gets to pick if she's going to face Liv or whoever the champion is on SmackDown, whoever the hell's watching that show. And then we get a big evolution thing where Raquel, you know, it becomes a big match at SummerSlam. We get Raquel and Liv. That's the main. That's what I want to see. But for us to get there, we need Raquel to beat Liv. We would need to, because Liv's going to be in the finals. And I will also say this. It's a massive fail. You're damn right it's a massive fail on Triple H and the creative for not having anyone ready for Liv Morgan. She's the best female wrestler in the company for the past 3 years, and they have yet to build anyone else to get on her level. It's funny because I was watching the Mercedes promo on Dynamite, and I used to think she was the best. I did. But every time I see Liv Morgan, it reminds me of how much better she is. She's a very good wrestler. She's improved vastly. Her promos are the best women promos I've ever heard, besides maybe Becky at her best. And she just plays the part so well, and she's so bought into her role. She's ratings. She's money. She's trouble. I love it.
Full trouble.
So, real quick, you notice so far all of our winners in King and Queen of the Ring, everyone's from Raw so far.
SmackDown sucks.
And you're talking about Sol Ruka or Valkyria winning. And then on the other side, we were talking about Uso or LA Knight winning. That would mean everyone would be from Raw. No SmackDown people.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Well, look at the women's. You have Raw, Raquel, Raw, Io, and Raw, Liv Morgan. And if Valkyria wins, it's Raw. Obafemi Raw, Dominic Raw, Javon Evans Raw. James Summer win Raw. It's all Raw.
No SmackDown.
And I want to say, yes, Justin thinks that probably Rhea Ripley's better. And you can say that. Listen, you can. I'm not against that. I look at the total package in my eyes. Who would I rather watch? Cut a promo, wrestle a match. It's Liv on both ends to me. She cuts a better promo. And it's so much easier to cut a heel promo. I want to get that out there. She gets to be as obnoxious and as she wants. Babyfaces are hard to get over. I understand that. If Rhea was heel and Liv was babyface, would I be saying the same thing? I don't know. But it's hard to be a babyface, especially in 2026 where, Justin, you said it earlier and we talked about it. Everybody gets cheered in WWE. Everybody. Doesn't matter. Braun Breaker could spear the boots off of Seth Rollins. He's getting cheered. It's wild, man. It's a wild time we live in. I thought that was over, Clutch. You told me it was over.
I thought it was.
Damn it.
Hey, but he speared the boots out of Paul Heyman.
Yeah, sure did. But I just wanted this to be over, but we're still here. All right. Let's shift gears to Chad Gable. Just for a little bit. Because he was a major part of Raw. I think they were trying to parlay his AAA success, his luchador mask versus mask match. See how over he was. And I think he was over. I think people liked him. I think he got over, but are they going to push him? Like, that's the real question. Do you think he'll ever, like, why is he not in King of the Ring? Why is he not in the quarterfinals? Why is he not in bigger stories? Or is he just going to be a mid-carder for life that is always over? Yeah, Chris?
Unfortunately, I mean, I think he's deserving of so much more, and I've thought that for a long time now. He's such a good wrestler, and he's entertaining too. I don't know why. They just, for whatever reason, I don't know, is it his height or something? He's too short. He's not the prototypical big, tall wrestler, whatever, you know. I don't know what it is. They've just never have really bought in on him, but they should. I think it would elevate the show if they made him, even if he was in the mid card or the upper card, but the lower portion of it. I think he should have a pretty steady storyline going. I would tune in every week for it. I know.
Kurt Angle was billed at 6 foot 0 inches, but apparently closer to being around 5'10". Chad Gable is 5'8". And of course, that's the comp. If this was like a draft, like NFL draft, you'd be like, "Oh, Chad Gable's his comp is Kurt Angle, right? He does comedy stuff. He's jacked. Yep. He's the American thing. He does like he's a wrestler,
Olympic stuff, and yeah.
Why the hell can't they use him like they use Kurt Angle? Is it because it's not the Attitude Era and he can't do the things that Kurt Angle did? Think about that, man. Like, Kurt Angle was pretty wild back in the day. He did some stuff that we couldn't do.
He was, but even some of his non-wild stuff was still super entertaining. Like, I'm sure Chad Gable, if they would just let him be himself and push him and listen to the crowd, I'm sure he would be mega over.
Clutch. I'm just throwing a scenario out there. Chad Gable versus Randy Orton. Do you take that serious? Could you take that serious?
I mean, right now as it is, probably not. Would I want to take it serious? Yes, because it's a compelling match. Like, it's a good wrestling match. But they obviously they haven't built Chad Gable that way. We don't know where it's going now that he's unmasked, and now he's a good guy and trying to get his redemption arc. We don't know what's going to happen after that. Maybe we get surprised and it's a little bit more. Maybe he gets into the upper mid card and does something cool like that. Because honestly, with Chad, I thought he was like I always thought he was supposed to be the one to beat Gunther for the IC title
Yes.
when he had his long reign, and it ended up being Sammy, and I just don't think it did much for anything. Probably would have done a whole lot for Gable because they had great matches even before that. So I'm hopeful. I tried to be because Chad is such a good talent. You said it, he has everything. I was gonna mention him as a smaller Kurt Angle, but he's not even that much smaller than Kurt Angle. So I don't know what it is, man, but I hope that his run in Mexico had paid off and Triple H sees something now.
Yeah, I hope so too because we love watching him. But I will say this: I think he's a better off as a heel. Um, this babyface thing where he's apologizing to Penta, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee, and I'm sure he's gonna have to go apologize to. We're gonna see Tozawa next week and Otis. You know what's coming, right? We're gonna see him, Tozawa, Alpha Academy. He's gonna apologize to them next. He's gonna be a freaking corny babyface, and I don't think that's his role. I think he should. He was over as a heel as El Grande Americano. He was a heel. He was a freaking heel. And I went. By the way, I watched that match again on YouTube. Way better. How dare you, Netflix? Put it in black and white. You just took the one of the best matches in modern history, and you put it in black and white. Go watch the YouTube version. Embarrassment, Netflix. You guys have like girls' boobs on there. You guys got people getting shot in movies. You got. Why can't we see blood? I know it's a sponsored thing and WWE thing, and I understand that. I'm not stupid. You don't think like when I'm watching a movie with John Wick and he's killing people with guns and we see blood, you don't think that's like there's sponsors on top of that? The fuck, man. Sorry, Bobby. Just makes me mad that they do that still. Like, oh, blood. Oh, we gotta move black and white. It's not like AEW.
Yeah. And
Anyway.
I thought it was important to the story that they were telling in the ring.
It is important to the story. It was important to the story. Anyway, that's all I got tonight. Is there anything else? Why are people mad at CM Punk? I'm seeing this stuff where CM Punk's not happy and he's leaving. He's going back to AEW.
I think that is a story made up by some bored AEW fan on Twitter to make this a bigger thing than it is. Because I saw two different versions of the story. One is CM Punk pitched something for WrestleMania. They said no, he's unhappy. Second one is that they asked him to take a TKO pay cut, which again, yeah, okay, that's the low hanging fruit right now because apparently that's what they've been doing with other people. And yeah, today, lo and behold, I see a report. Yeah, he's scheduled to be back already for the Chicago show. So it's just as simple. I think he was taking a break after WrestleMania, and now he's back, and that's it. And people just read so much into it that AEW fans started hoping for a return. I saw online, and after they hated him for the longest, so that's interesting. But yeah, he's just he's just an older guy, so people need to realize he needs a little bit of a break, and that's probably all it is.
Yeah, honestly, so do we. And I mean that in a good way. It's nice when wrestlers go away for a little bit, just a little bit, and then you come back. And sometimes we need to forget about you a little bit to miss you. And when you come back, you're even more over. So I have no problem. There's so many stars in WWE. As boring as it might be, as much as you guys might not like the booking, there are more over stars on WWE right now than I think there has been in a long time. And sometimes CM Punk can sit home with his wife and let someone else like Obafemi get screen time or Javon Evans get screen time. This is actually working out for the product. I think it's an okay move. And when he comes back, unfortunately, he's going to be on SmackDown and fight Cody. I'm going to have to watch SmackDown because I really want to see this feud, like really bad. Put it on Netflix, you cowards. I don't want to watch cable TV. I don't want to plug in my cable. I pay for cable and I don't plug in my cable box. I don't want to watch it on cable. I don't. But that's it.
Just want it all in one spot.
I do. I'm so sick of all this streaming crap and cable. Either way, that's it. That's the show. Unless you have anything else to add, Clutch.
No. Also, I am surprised at the fact of how good, because I started seeing, because of the Grande Americano match, I started seeing other AAA stuff, how good AAA actually is. And it's probably their WWE's second best show by far. It's Raw, and then it's AAA, not even NXT or SmackDown. It's incredible. Undertaker's really good at this, apparently.
Yes.
Good for.
I didn't realize it was him running it.
Yeah.
I only learned that last week, I think.
Okay, yeah, he's been booking over there, but good for them, and I enjoyed. Who would have thought? The last match I can't say the last match I searched on YouTube to watch, but I remember the first match that got me like on YouTube, and I was watching it at my job on my phone. It was Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega in their first match, and that's what was like, oh shoot, my first official like full Kenny Omega match I watched. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then that's what got us into AEW, Chris. That's why we started this show. And then that's when we evolved. Then we quit AEW because it was so bad. And I'm back tomorrow for the AEW rundown. I'm already 39 minutes into last night's show. It sucks. It's one of the worst wrestling shows I've seen in a long time. Hopefully it turns around in the 9 o'clock hour because Don Callis just came out. And the crowd went crickets. The crowd's been crickets all night. The crowd in Cincinnati last night on AEW Dynamite, up to the 39-minute mark, they didn't care. They didn't care.
Josh, I'm going to just say, for the sake of the show, I think you should go and report live when they're here over in Clearwater. You should do a live.
Outside show, brother.
The outside show. Happening. In the heat and the humidity. Maybe we'll see another Matt Sydal slipping off the top rope kind of situation. I want to see you report live from there. I want to see you with the Real Talk Wrestling shirt out there taking selfies with everybody. I think you owe it to the show. It would really help the AEW Minute if you did that.
It's not an AEW Minute. It's an AEW Rundown tomorrow, Dynamite Rundown. And it's live tomorrow around 12. I'll be going live talking about that. And I don't know if this is a show where he spit out his teeth yet because Don Callis just came out. And I had to pause the show to come do this show. After this show, I'm going to close my laptop. I'm going to go straight back to my TV in misery and probably hate myself and eat ice cream while I finish this Dynamite. I can't believe I've committed to this show. I can't believe it, but I'm back. I'm back, baby. Right? It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Fuck my life. That's what it means.
Love the enthusiasm. Right. Love the enthusiasm. I might have to tune in just for that.
You should, Chris, because it's whatever. All right, Clutch. What flavor ice cream? Mint chocolate chip, buddy. Chocolate chip mint. Mint chocolate. Chris, did you know Revolutionary Ice Cream closed?
No.
Do you even know what that is?
No. I think I've been there once. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't know where it's at.
I hate you. I'm about to get a bowl of cookie dough. Clutch, what kind of ice cream do you like?
Salted caramel. Love it.
Caramel's Clutch. What about you, Chris?
If not salted caramel, cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. We all like different varieties. Put your favorite ice cream down in the chat. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. We're here live every single Thursday night at 6:30, and again Friday at noon for the Dynamite Rundown. I know it's a little later, guys. I can't watch wrestling all day. I can't. I have a real life. Also, No Holds Barred on Saturday, 6 p.m. here on the No Holds Barred Wrestling channel. We are doing a WrestleMania Rewind edition, but a what if. We're rebooking all 10 WrestleManias, main events, what they should have been, or if they should have been that. I don't know. Should Randy Macho Man Savage main evented with Ric Flair? I don't know. I think he should have. You guys probably don't know because you guys aren't WrestleMania buffs like myself. I'm now learning history. I'm going to watch every single WrestleMania. And I'll tell you what, Chris and Clutch, a lot of those shows back in the day sucked. And WrestleMania is the worst WrestleMania I've ever seen in my life. That being said, my name is Josh. That's El Ginger Americano. That's Clutch PE, and we're out of here.
Still pointed the wrong way.
Bullshit.